And there it is. So I haven't uploaded in a while. Just wanted to give an update. When I got this bike, there's a few things I wasn't a fan of, and some things that just were kind of needed to be replaced. Didn't like the seat that came with it. Didn't like the seat post. Oops. That's what happens when you store your bike upside down. But it's okay. I don't really care. This is not a super duper heavily pristine show bike. This is my Hutch XL24. This is the re-released version of it. Hey, Minnie. So yeah, I just wanted to give an update on it. I know when I originally filmed it, I think it still had a lot of the original parts. I may have thrown a little something together with all the new parts, but it's done. I've ridden it a couple times. It is pretty rad. If you run across one and you're on the fence, same with the Radical Rick bike I have, I would say go for it. These things feel pretty good, especially if you're an older dude or if you just want a slightly bigger bike. I'm an older dude, but I don't really care about bigger, smaller, whatever. I'm pretty small actually, so but it fits me pretty decent, even with the long ass top tube and this pretty lengthy stem. But I'll just go through it real quick. So it used to have a layback on it with an arrow seat. I swapped it out for this Hutch seat post and seat. And the nice thing about this seat post is, let me see if I can capture it. It does stealth too. So, and this fits any frame. It doesn't have to be a Hutch. It's a modern pivotal / whatever seat post. Swapped out seat post clamp for the donut, because if you ride a Hutch, you have to have the donut. I mean, it's a requirement. If you didn't know that, then now you do. Of course, I'm being sarcastic, but anyway. Fixed the pedals. They didn't have pegs in them, so my first few test rides were pretty interesting. Just so you know, Vans, any kind of shoes really, on pedals like this with no pins in them will make for a pretty awesome collection of shin scars. So I don't know if you're into tattoos, that might be more your thing, but if you're just want to get your shins marked up and go to sleep in pain, then yeah, leave the pins out. Yeah, anyway. These stickers are a little chewed up, and again, I may replace them later. I don't know. My little Type None diabetes thing, of course. Gotta have the Empire, because Empire BMX is probably one of the best BMX stores ever in the world, at least as far as I'm concerned. Stem that came with it, you can see there's a little something there, but it's all right. I mean, I'm not planning on winning any shows with this thing. I just want to ride it. I got it through a trade from another bike that I didn't even pay for. It was just given to me as a gift. So so winding up with this is pretty awesome. Another thing I did was I replaced the tires. It had some chewed up Comp 3s on it. These are the S&M track marks. These tires are pretty badass. I mean, I've ridden them just around the streets mostly just to get used to the bike, just play with it. And this thing fucking moves. I'm sorry, pardon that language, but anyway, it is fast. This bike is just ridiculously fast. It rolls super duper well. I'm told these rims and hubs are pretty expensive. I am not 100% familiar with this brand. I personally prefer Odyssey and Odyssey hubs or profile hubs. My Flatland bike has actually got an Aries front hub and a profile Z coaster, and that bike will outrun road bikes at the F1 track. So, but these wheels are pretty fast as well. I did add the little, of course, you can have little touches like that. These chain tensioners came with a bike. They work quite well. I was pretty excited about that. I initially was going to slam the wheel in the dropout, something I like to do. It just helps keep the wheel centered. But when I did that, keeping this chain wasn't going to work. Would have had to get a half link or something. Didn't really want to spend the money on a chain. This chain's perfectly fine, so I just left it alone for now. So it's not quite slammed like I like it, but it does have these. Those are also a good aid for keeping things centered and keeping the wheel from shifting back and forth. If you notice, got a little Hutch badge back here. These brakes are really nice. Again, a brand I'm not familiar with, but they work very well. I'm pretty stoked on that. So I haven't really had to mess with the brakes too much. I just had to, the bars were a little leaned forward too much. Had to fix that. Had to replace the seat post. And just kind of clean it, ride it, have fun. And it's been great. So that was a Hutch. We're doing pretty good with that. Next thing I wanted to talk about is my mother's childhood bicycle. My mother passed away 5 years ago, pronounced dead a mere 30 minutes before my dad's birthday. My dad passed away on her birthday, so that's just really crazy. But I've held on to her bike this entire time, even when I was younger, through my entire adult life. We've held on to this thing. At one point, I switched the grips for her. I put a front brake on it for her. She rode it a little bit through the years, and then, of course, she wound up getting really, really sick 5 years ago. That was, even a couple years before that, she just kind of was getting older, not really into bikes, of course, or being outside much. And that was that. This bike is from either the 1940s or 1950s. It's very old. It's got some cool things. Unfortunately, the little bell doodad broke. You can see we've got quite a bit of rust on it. I'm torn whether to leave that or clean it. I kind of like the whole patina thing. Got the really cool badge on the head tube. Just ignore these stupid brakes, but cool thing is this little guy. So this little guy basically it works to power the headlight, and not sure, I'll have to figure it out. I may not even be able to fix it, but it basically rubbed against the wheel, and the friction of the wheel is what powered it and allowed the headlight to work. And it's a pretty cool thing. I may try and fix it. I may not. I'm not sure, but I'm just gonna leave it on there either way. Forks, are pretty neat. I love this little ornamentation here. This little kind of Art Deco almost looking stuff. It's really neat. The fender's a little beat up, of course. It's decades old, so it's not going to be pristine, but that's fine. This thing actually has what looked to be old school 3-piece cranks, which is interesting. Also, if we go to the back of it, see it has a fender, has a rack, totally old school padded seat. It's got this cool little stash that you can put stuff in, and then it's got this little lock. I don't want to mess with it too much. I think it has a key in it, but you push this little guy in, and it locks the spokes, keeps the back wheel from moving. So that was pretty cool. These dropouts are pretty insane. These little guys are kind of tweaked, and they were getting in my way when pulling off the back wheel, but got through it, no big deal. You can see the Radical Rick hanging tight. I'm doing good with that bike. Haven't ridden it in a while, but well, I say that it's been about a week or two. But yeah, this is my little resto project. Super pumped. I think this frame could be French, maybe not German, but my mother lived in Germany as a child. She was from there. She was born there. My grandparents are German. I probably have some German heritage. I got the whole blue eye, blonde hair thing going. So that's part of my stuff too, and that's what we got going on. The tires and tubes, I basically took off another bike I got for free. A lot of people in this neighborhood and in this, just in life period, I guess, they leave bicycles at the curb sometimes, and you know, they might not roll anymore, or maybe something's wrong with them. But we had found one that was actually in pretty decent shape and was rideable. But you know, my wife, she's just had surgery. She can't ride her bike much anymore right now. She didn't really care for it anyway, as far as the bike goes. She's got a really nice Fairdale with multiple gears, and it suits her well. She loves it. We don't need another bicycle. But the nice thing is the tires and tubes fit these wheels. So we will be we'll be using these tires and these tubes on this bike. So I started to put them on. I thought I had enough rim tape to get these wheels set up, and then come to find out I only had this much. By the way, this rim tape, most of the roadies use it, but it's pretty amazing. I would highly recommend it. Its brand is Velox. This stuff is rad. It's almost like a fabric more than a tape, and it's adhesive. It sticks to your wheel. You'll never have to worry about flats from your spokes or any of that crap anymore when you use that stuff. These wheels are pretty dope. You see they have a little quick release action going on here. There's that guy. I'm pretty sure that's coaster brake. This is the back wheel, because of course you can tell it has the sprocket on it. Pretty neat. There's the front wheel. The other crazy thing about this bike is all these bearings are original. This bike has never been disassembled, or you know, nothing's really been done to it. It's just sat around and been ridden, and then just sat around. But so yeah, that's pretty crazy. Another neat thing is in Europe, on some bikes you have to have a license plate or like a tag. So this guy still has his original tag. I don't know how that worked, if you had to register them or what, but maybe somebody watching this can tell me. But yeah, I just wanted to show that. That's gonna be a fun project. I just bought rim tape. Oh man, someone's sneezing hard. So I can get that going, get those tires fixed up, get them back on the bike, and then we'll be ready to go. And then I just want to figure out how this guy works, because I would love to have this headlight work again at some point. I mean, these wires are kind of not in the best shape. It looks like I may have even tried to repair that at some point, because it's wrapped in tape, or maybe somebody else did. I don't know. But I really want to get this brake lever off, and it's fighting me like a pain in the butt in this brake, because they're not part of it. And then just definitely need to leave that chain. It's been a while, and just get the wheels and tires going. And I mean, I totally would love to ride this thing. Don't know what to do about all this rust. I may clean it up. I may leave it. I mean, if it's just surface rust, I may just leave it, just to keep the original patina of this thing. I mean, I'm not sure who makes this bike. I have a flashlight. I wonder if I could maybe take a look at it. So there's the head tube. Oops, get the light out of the way. So you can see, pretty neat stuff. I mean, a lot of newer bikes don't have head badges like this anymore, head tube badges. You have to buy them and put them on or something. I just love that this actually came with one. It's pretty sick. Yeah, you can really see the patina on this thing. It's pretty crazy. You can still see the so that, I believe that's painted, not just a sticker. You know, as time progressed, it was just, you know, a lot of companies now, they just use stickers. but these graphics are actually like part of the bike. They're not just some little sticker stuck on. I mean, someone hand painted these on probably, and it's just pretty incredible to see that kind of stuff. And it used to be my mom's, and I miss her a lot, and she's gone. So I'm going to get this thing going in her memory and take it on rides and stuff. Who knows? At least have it in the garage and have it as an option. But that's that, and then just take a step out of this messy garage to this bad boy, and it is done and ready to ride. And I already showed it to you earlier, but one last look. It's good to go. I changed the name of the channel to Eat, Sleep, Get Rad, because that's kind of how I want my life to work. Just eat, sleep, and get rad. I mean, we have to work, you know. I have to be an employee, I have to be a husband, I have to pay bills and be responsible, but you know, in between all that, I definitely want to just, you know, continue to live a rad life and get rad. So just one last little update. This is my car and it's my doggy. This is my car, and it's going away. I'm a huge Volkswagen guy, love Volkswagens, but the newer Volkswagens, especially the 2018 and 2019, those are the two that I've owned. The Mark 7.5s have failed me miserably, and this one I had some bad luck cosmetically, as did my other one, which is a Golf R, which that car was incredible. I mean, it was 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds, but things just kept happening to it, and I couldn't afford to keep it after my mother passed away, and just too many things happening, had to get rid of it. So I got this one. This one, if you look at the beautiful custom front end, was wrecked by a valet driver in San Antonio at the Westin. Huge shout out to them for doing that. They did about $16,000 worth of damage. Didn't pay for it. They sent me a check which covered about half of that, and I couldn't, I mean, there's just no way I could be without a car that long. I didn't want to have to keep begging for supplements, because they're like, yeah, take it to the body shop, we'll just, you know, when they need a supplement, we'll send it. And I was like, just like you're gonna send me the correct amount from the estimate, huh? So yeah, it's Town Park, I believe, is the valet company. They did cut me a check, but it was not enough, and so wheels chewed up, the hood is all beat to hell. I mean, look at that gap. If you look over here, every time you open the hood, it hits that. I mean, it's been pushed literally sideways. I can't keep this car anymore. It's too expensive to keep. It's not worth it to repair. It's just, I'm not gonna be able to keep it. But if you look in the background, by some miracle of God, or yeah, we'll just say miracle of God, because there's just no other way, I wound up with this bad boy. It's a 2025 Honda Civic Sport hatchback. It's not the hybrid, it's just a regular Sport. There's no turbos, there's no batteries, just a 2-liter 4-cylinder. It's got a CVT in it. I wasn't sure how I was going to handle that. If you look, it has the obligatory Empire sticker. They're kind enough to flow this to me. I had a smaller one on there, and it just wasn't centered, and I got it crooked, and I didn't like it. So I went in to buy this bigger one, and they're just, nah, take it. And so, of course, as I mentioned before, they're best shop for BMX. I mean, point blank. Yeah, you got Albs or Albies. You got other companies, Allen's BMX, Source BMX. There's a store, I don't even know if they're still around, called Kunstform. All these places are great. I'm sure you have a local place that's great. Flatland Fuel is also great. That's my other go-to. But Empire is just always, they're supportive of the scene. I mean, they sponsor events. They help you out with stickers. I mean, everyone there rides, knows what's up. Like, you just can't go wrong with Empire. But just real quick, back to the car. And by the way, I don't get paid to endorse anything, so if you hear me raving about something, it's from my experience, not because someone is telling me, hey, you know, put in a good word. It's none of that crap. But yeah, so now I've got this. I'm in love with the color, and I'm pretty fortunate. We got a little bit of Halloween going on because my wife, again, had surgery, and we're not going crazy this year, taking a little break, but we got some stuff going on. But yeah, this is a really long video, a lot of talking, but this is what's going on. Change the name of the channel, change the car. It's a beautiful day outside. I'm going to be heartbroken to bail on these stickers that are on the Golf. I may try and save them. I don't know, but this one's really special because I actually visited the museum and got to meet the owner, got to talk to his wife, even got confused for an employee by one of the other people there. That was fun. And of course, you got to have this guy because it's my hero. I'm just gonna wave to everybody. That's my messy garage and our Halloween hearse and my cute dog, and had a bit of a spill in the driveway too. But yeah, that's what's going on. That's my update. It's been a long time since I posted anything, so I figured I'd post a long video to catch up. Hope everyone's doing great, having a safe weekend, having good times, having good luck. Thank you for watching, and do the usual YouTube dance of like and subscribe and comment and all that good stuff. And that's it. Thanks.